Today is day 5 of 7 on the Arizona Peace Trail, which officially puts us past our halfway point of this 1,000-mile off-road trip. For anyone new to our channel, welcome to our bucket list off-road adventure. In the last 4 videos, my dad and I have documented our journey over the last 500 miles as we travel through the northern part of the trail, taking us through Havasu and Kingman, then looping back to the south, descending through the Wallapai Mountains and into the current location here in Salome. If all goes according to plan today, we'll continue traveling 140 more miles down south to Yuma, close to the Mexican border. Along the way, we have more spurs planned, each presenting a unique and interesting opportunity to explore. If you're not familiar with our channel, Off-Road Destinations, my name is Darren, and with me is my dad, Kirk. Today, we are officially over halfway through our 1-week father and son off-road trip and approaching the most southern part of the trip. If you enjoy off-road adventures with some fun facts along the way, then buckle up, because we're on day 5 of the Arizona Peace Trail, and we're bringing you along for the ride.
Spent the night last night in the Stanford Inn Motel over here in Salome. It was definitely not the quality of the Wallapai Mountain Lodge, but we still definitely appreciated having a nice shower and warm bed to sleep in. Tonight we'll be tent camping over down in Yuma, so we do expect today to be about 140 miles. It'll be a big day. But otherwise, we're now rolling through the town of Salome, and we're going to be meeting back up with the Peace Trail shortly. Well, this is kind of a beautiful little site, all green, got some saguaros, heading up this beautiful little hill. I wonder if there's a little view above it at the top. Look how green it is. They clearly got a good rain here not long ago.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Pretty amazing for being in the desert, it's all green like this.
For all you East Coasters watching, this is not normal. How green it is right now is very abnormal for western Arizona.
As you get forward, you'll be making a sweeping left.
The trail will curve around to the left.
Yep. The sun is brutal now. What is this?
This cemetery indicates a population in Harquahala from 450 to 500 residents during the peak years of production. There are 40 adult males believed to be minors, 5 male children ranging in ages from 2 to 5 years old, and 2 female children ages 4 and 10 years old. Back in the early 1900s, it was the Chinese. They were the laborers, and this is their cemetery. We just thought we'd stop by and say our respects. You can clearly see somebody has come and decorated the flowers and all the graves, and we thank whoever did that, because these miners are definitely a part of history here. We'll be moving on the trail. For reference, this is right off the Peace Trail, right here. We're just going to continue going south.
So we just got back onto the Peace Trail. It has been very clear that the south end of the Arizona Peace Trail tends to be a lot more flat, open roads. Obviously, we're not going to just bore you guys with a bunch of filming of flat, open roads. We'll definitely film the highlights, but I do expect today to be a lot of miles of this type of terrain. One thing I did notice that I'd like to point out too is that if you guys decide to do the Peace Trail, it's nice to do the north part of it first, because it seems like we've gotten all the difficult, gnarly stuff out of the way. The south side tends to be more easy. If your rig makes it through the north section unscathed, then in my opinion, you should be better off on the south section. I will also add that it's a nice break from just the constant gnarly terrain in the north section to come down here in the south and coast through it a little bit easier. Slow down for that big bump there. There's a big bump. Slow down for it.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm just going to make sure everything is okay. I hit it kind of hard, but I think we're good.
Alright.
All is good, but thank you A-arm gods for not bending.
Yeah, it is kind of nice having a little bit of a breeze, because I stay back just a little bit and the dust goes away from the breeze.
Always remember, on the Peace Trail, anytime there's a closed gate, always be sure to reclose it when you go through, because there is real ranchers and cattle out here that they don't want to go through the gate.
This trail is definitely not the kind of trail you could bomb through at 30, 40 miles an hour, that's for sure.
Yeah, I started bombing through in the beginning, and then it almost cost me an A-arm.
Yeah, for sure. And from one season to the next, you don't know how big these screws are going to be from the rainwater rushing through them.
So off to our 2 o'clock, we have the Royal Arch.
That's pretty amazing. It's a complete circle.
I mean, we're really seeing Arizona how it's meant to be seen. I think rarely does anybody get to see this side of Arizona.
Yeah, I have to totally agree with that.
On to the trail we continue. We have been gifted this week. Absolutely gifted.
Yeah, the weather could not have been any better for a trip on the Arizona Peace Trail.
It feels like we're in the middle of nowhere right now. Like there is no people anywhere around us.
Yeah, there's not even farms, ranches, livestock, nothing.
You can see the yellow blooms out there, how nice it looks. I'm showing a waypoint that says there's a cactus in the middle of the road. I don't know. Oh shoot, there's literally a cactus in the middle of the road. Check this out.
All right.
Yep, cactus in the middle of the road. I'm gonna go to the left of it.
Yeah, that is too cool. Well, I'm gonna go to the right of it then. That's amazing. This is definitely a lot more of a relaxing ride than all the rock crawling we did the last couple days.
The Hovatter Homestead is an abandoned residence occupied by Ray Hovatter and his family from 1951 to 1974. Ray was a World War II veteran who served in North Africa under General Patton and trained here in the desert, where he eventually returned with his wife and 3 girls to work a gold and silver mine. His wife Barbara was an avid botanist, which is where these cactus come from. In 1968, Ray and one of his daughters were working on a new propane cylinder one night. Another daughter approached the two with a lit lantern, causing a violent explosion. Unfortunately, his daughter Lindsay was killed. Ray later died here of pneumonia in 1974 and is buried out back next to Lindsay. Barbara's ashes were eventually scattered over Ray and Lindsay's graves when she died in 1990. So we just got to the Hovatter Homestead. Obviously, you heard what happened here. This is a tragic area. A lot of people, I think, visit this place. They don't know that backstory, but this is definitely a place of tragedy. You can obviously see the saguaros decorated. That's all that remains here. But there's apparently a gravesite out back. Kirk and I are going to go back and look for it, pay our respects, and then we'll continue on. So this is the gravesite of Lindsay and Ray, who were both buried here, right behind their homestead, which is way back over there. Ray, we thank you for your service, and we're definitely paying our respects. Yeah, it's definitely humbling to be here. You know, the desert is certainly full of fun, and Arizona Peace Trail is obviously very fun. But sometimes you do come across places like this that is just, it's just sad. There's just no happy ending. It sounds like Ray lived a very difficult life, and I can't imagine what it's like to lose a child before yourself, you know. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna jump back on the Arizona Peace Trail. We're gonna get out off of this spur and continue our way down south to Yuma.
You just wonder how they survived out here for so long, where they got their water, food, all that stuff.
Yeah, you got to really commit to this.
One thing about a place like this out in the middle of nowhere, unlike a lot of the other places, is there's just no trash, no leftover washing machines, anything like that.
This place is really untouched. It's too far away from any of the vandals or anybody with nefarious intentions to even get to. All right, we are officially back on the Arizona Peace Trail after having gone to the homestead.
Very cool.
Salome to Yuma, it looks like there's just a lot of flat ground here, so we're covering a lot of ground at about 45, 50 miles an hour. So continue going straight so that we can hit this spur.
Okay. All right, I'm on the road straight.
All right, kill the motor.
All right, I'm killing the motor.
So we just got to our most recent spur. It's called Aztec Rocks. Do you see it? I see it. Do you guys see it? It may not look like much from here, but guys, check this out. The town of Aztec sits 50 miles south of this marker along Interstate 8. During World War II, the military would train pilots and sight guns on B-25s while utilizing these markers to help planes find their way back to base when out training. The airfields were abandoned in 1957.
As Aztec.
So as a reminder, every destination we're stopping at, guys, we're gonna pick up one piece of trash. This one, there's not a lot going on, so we're just scouring for trash anywhere we can find it.
Looking around.
So we'll see what we can find. I found mine, Dad.
You found yours?
This place is tough to find the trash. I found a little broken piece of glass.
All right.
Right there. Very small, but it counts.
It absolutely
I'm gonna help
counts.
you find your piece.
Thank you.
Wow, no joke. It's tough to find glass here. We're both looking around for one thing for Kirk.
I found it.
Oh, he found one.
It. Here we
Something.
go. This is a big piece of trash right there.
All right, I think we got it from the same bottle, to be honest.
I think
but
we did. Somebody's out here making. Oh wait, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna pick up a couple more while we're
there's
here.
A couple more pieces.
Yeah.
Just trying to set an example, guys. This is all about our desert. We all want to enjoy it. So if you can donate to the Arizona Peace Trail, we're gonna put the address below where you can send donations. But otherwise, if you can't or you're not willing, then just pick up trash, guys. Let's do it.
Kirk and I just stopped for a quick break. We had some lunch. We've literally been living on corn nuts, Cliff Bars, and beef jerky for lunch every single day. But it's been doing the trick, and you can see the weather is so beautiful out here. It's got a little warm. I took my sweater off. It's the first time I've taken my sweater off on all of the Arizona Peace Trail out of 5 days. So Yuma, you guys are the ones that have the hottest weather so far.
Not that it means anything, but we're at 72 miles, and I'm showing half a tank.
Yeah, I'm about 2 bars above half. So it turns out going from Salome to Yuma, it's just so flat and spread out that you get such good mileage.
Yeah, it's unbelievable the mileage you get that we've never actually gotten on these because we don't drive those kind of roads normally.
Or as slow as the Wallapai Mountains were 2 days ago, this is way faster. Looks like day 5 is clearly going to be our easiest day.
You're going to be taking a ride up here, just to let you know.
I came about, I don't know, 5 seconds too late.
I have mine really zoomed in. Yeah, I'm going to let you get a little ahead because I'm getting all dust, but yeah, this one's bitching.
Man, this road feels like it goes forever. I've literally been 60 miles an hour for the last hour.
Yeah, that's a good speed.
I am just flying on this road.
Yep, I'm doing about 50, just relax and stand out of the dust.
Prepare to slow down. That'll be our next spur. You're going to want to go right there.
Yep, I got it. So what is this spur?
We are entering Camp Horn Remenants. This was an old military base.
This it here?
We have arrived. During World War II, Camp Horn was constructed as an infantry training camp capable of supporting 15,000 soldiers. There once stood 160 tent kitchens, 190 bathrooms, 35 shower facilities, 50 miles of graded dirt roads, 8 miles of water lines, rifle, artillery ranges, and thousands of six-man tents. In 1944, the 104th Infantry departed Camp Horn, and this is all that remains. So check this out, guys. We're about to leave Camp Horn Remenants here, and on our way to leave, we have come across all this wood. We were originally going to go through Welton and then tent camp past Welton, but seeing all this wood here, we're thinking opportunity might be knocking. This would make one heck of a fire we could enjoy this evening. Oh man, I don't think we can pass this up. I think this is where we're going to camp tonight and really enjoy a nice fire, man. Wow, Arizona gives. Woo, look at this, man. We got logs. All flat ground. Camp Horn, man. Awesome.
So obviously you guys saw how excited I was because we have a big pile of wood there. It looks a little bit weathered, like it's been here for a bit, but it's like a gift. This is our last tent night on the Arizona Peace Trail. It's a gift. We're going to have a huge bonfire, father and son bonfire tonight, man. I'm excited.
This is nice. Today was not too stressful. A lot of long traveling and easy stuff. But
we were going to go a little bit further to Welton, get fuel, and then camp a little bit further than that. But here we are. You know, when we have an opportunity that presents itself, we take it. So we'll make up the mileage tomorrow. But otherwise, as we mentioned earlier in the trip, you guys know how it is. When the riding's done, it's going to just be a family time. We're just going to relax for the rest of the day. It's 3 p.m. Got plenty of time just to hang out and talk. So
subscribe and hit the the bell.
Hit the bell notification, he says.
Yeah.
What does the bell notification do?
It alerts you that of the next video.
There you go. If you're over the age of 50, now you know what the bell does. So there you go. I am very thankful for that because it is definitely starting to rain more and more. Yeah, what do we have?
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is legit.